morning, girl. What are you doing there? Yuki's a very independent dog. Like, she wants attention for a bit and then she just wants her alone time, and I think she just wants her alone time now, so let's leave her alone. I'm just making my coffee and she's spying on me. Hey guys, it's Kim down here. Welcome back to my vlog channel, and today is Vlogmas day number 8. So today I'm leaving Perth. I'm going back to Sydney. I'm really sad to leave because I have to leave Yuki behind. She's just taking a nap right now. She was being really cheeky this morning. Like, she woke me up really early, jumped on my face like she always does, and yeah, I woke up, took a shower, and now I'm having my morning coffee. My flight is not until like 3:30 p.m. so I am going to head to the airport. I don't know, like maybe get there at 2 o'clock because it's just a domestic flight, so I don't have to get to the airport until like an hour before. I have pretty much packed all of my bags. Carl's going to visit me in about an hour from now. It's 12 o'clock at the moment. So yeah, I'm just going to relax, spend more time with Yuki. I feel like she's just super tired. Being a dog is hard work, guys. It's Ola. Okay, who's this? It's Carl. Hey.
Parcel.
Oh, I just got a parcel. Carl just gave it to me. We have the sign for our guest book. Yay. She does that when she wants attention. She knows how to get attention, this dog. Yuki.
You don't have to do anything, I'll give you attention.
Oh, say goodbye. Goodbye. I love you. I'll see you next month. Can you give me a hand? Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Bye-bye. I love you. For the airport, but I'm just going to do one quick sweep of the house to see if there's anything else I need to bring to Sydney that I forgot. I'm going to be leaving the suitcase behind. I don't need it. Goodbye, girl. Love you. That was a Costco? The heck?
What the heck?
I've never seen it. Wait, what? So I just got some food at the airport with Carl, and I just got these nachos. Sorry guys, I look like a mess, but I finally landed in Sydney. So I'm just gonna take an Uber. I am back in Sydney, and this is hella bad, but I'm having Shin Ramyeon and it is 1:09 a.m. Hey guys, it is the next day. So last night, as you saw in the vlog, I got hungry and I started to eat some Shin Ramyeon, but I was going to finish the video and decided not to because I got back to my apartment at like 11:30 p.m. Spent about an hour catching up with Eric, had some food, and I was going to finish off the vlog, but then Eric was asleep, so I didn't want to disturb him, and also I just looked like crap yesterday, so I thought, hey, let's just wake up early the next day, get ready, and then film the Q&A. I posted a Q&A thing on my Instagram story, so if you guys are interested to participate in future Q&As, make sure you guys follow my Instagram, that's linked down below. So let me just pull that up right now. We have a lot of questions, and unfortunately I can't answer all of them because this video is going to take forever. So I picked out the most interesting questions to answer for you guys today. So let's just start the Q&A. So first question is, how often do you go to Japan? I can't answer exactly on how many times I go to Japan because it really depends on the work and the clients. So as you guys know, I do go back very often, and I've been very open with this that I usually fly back to Japan for work only. So that means I don't pay for my flight or accommodation, which makes it easier for me to fly back to Japan more often. Whilst I was on the plane, I was thinking about this question. So I actually flew to Japan 6 times this year, and I'm flying back in a few days time, so that's 7 times. For each of those flights, I was there for different clients and different projects. The only flight I actually paid for was at the start of the year, because that was for Vlogmas last year. Last year, I think I went to Japan like, I don't know, 7 or 8 times as well. So it's pretty similar, and I am expecting 2020 to be really busy, and that's just mainly because there's a lot of different companies in Japan that want to promote their business. That's why companies have been flying me over to Japan, and yeah, it just really depends. If there's work, I'll fly over. If there's no work, then if there's a good reason for me to be in Japan, then I will go. These days, if I go, I only stay for about a week maximum. How has your life been since you have moved to Sydney? Oh, it's changed so much, guys. Like, it's been so much busier. I was feeling very comfortable in Perth, and I feel a bit too comfortable. Life was easy there. I had a mortgage and was paying that off okay. I had a lot of savings because I was only paying mortgage and no rent. It was a comfortable and easy life, but honestly, it was getting really boring and repetitive. So I was flying back and forth a lot in Perth, even more than now, because I was flying to Japan, but also to Sydney. So if you guys didn't know, I am part of an agency, Max Connectors in Sydney, and they do fly me over to Sydney quite often for events. All of these events only happen in Sydney. So as soon as I moved to Sydney, like literally every week there's so many events, and you know, it's keeping me busy, so it's good. And the fact that I can go to these events means that I can actually make myself known to these companies, and that's how I'm able to get more work. Who is your Overwatch main? So I main Moira and Symmetra. I've been trying to play new characters recently, and I've been practicing Sombra. I suck at her, so you know, I'm just still playing her on quick play. On competitive, I usually play Symmetra or Moira. What level are you on Pokemon Go? I have been playing Pokemon Go ever since the start, and I still play it now. At the moment, I am on level 40. I've been on level 40 for like 2 years now actually, and Pokemon Go has still not added new levels. So, would you ever permanently move to Japan? No, I don't think I will. I have lived in Japan once already, and I know what it's like, and honestly, it's not the right country for me to live in. I think traveling to Japan is awesome, but living there was a different story. If I compared the Japan to Australia lifestyle, I much preferred Australian lifestyle, and it makes sense because I was brought up in Australia. The way I act, the way I talk, the way I think is very Australian, which is very different to how Japanese people think. So, you know, I just feel like I fit in a lot more in Australia, and I'm just a lot more happier here in general. My friends and family are in Australia, so it just makes sense. I do prefer just living in Australia and flying to Japan when I have to be there. How do you cope with your workload? Honestly, I don't cope very well. That's why I have to get an assistant. And now that I have an assistant, I really hope that my workload will go down and things will be a lot easier for me. I do stress out a lot, and whenever I am stressed, I never turn on the camera because that's not my first thought. My first thought when I'm stressed out is try to get what you need to get done. So yeah, like, I mean, I don't show that aspect of my life, so maybe it kind of looks like that I deal with stress really well. I don't cope well at all. Like, Eric knows this. He knows that I don't cope with stress well, and he's the one that is calm and collected, and he's the one that calms me down whenever that happens. Do you miss living in Japan? Honestly, in terms of living in Japan, I have like a love-hate relationship. Like, there are things I really miss in Japan. I miss the convenience. I miss how busy it was. I missed how there was always something to do. I miss the public transport there. But then at the same time, I hated how busy it was. I hated being squished in trains. Like, there's a bunch of things. One thing I do miss though was how much cheaper it was to live in Japan, because okay, if I compared the living costs between Japan and Australia, Australia is so much higher. So yeah, I saved a lot more money when I was living in Japan because rent was so much cheaper. Utilities, food, yeah, it was all cheaper compared to Australia. Are you planning to have a child anytime soon? No. I am really busy and traveling all the time, and I know 2020 is going to be even more busier, so I don't plan to have any kids for maybe at least 2 more years. So I do want kids eventually, but not anytime soon. What is your best friends, or who are your best friends, I guess? My best friends are in Perth, and I am very lucky where I have a lot of long-term friends. So my maid of honor, my best friend, I've known her for like 20 plus years. We went to the same high school together. We kind of grew up together. Pretty much all of my close friends are all my high school friends. And you know, I have met a lot of people throughout the years, and I just really consider myself lucky that I have so many awesome people in my life. Even when I moved to Sydney, I have a really good group of friends here as well. I just don't show these people on my channel because majority of my friends aren't on social media and aren't comfortable on camera, which is totally fine. So yeah, I kind of like to keep my friends separate from my YouTube channel. Favorite part of living in Sydney compared to Perth? Okay, compared to Perth, I love how busy it is in Sydney and how much there is going on here. For example, I talked about this before, events. There is nothing going on in Perth. Like, Perth is so isolated. It's a really small city, so brands don't do any events there. But in Sydney, it's popping with events. Like, every single day there's something. So now I'm very picky with my events. When I first moved here, I went to every single event I was invited to, but now I only go to brands I really like. Is it hard to maintain your online life and your personal one with your fiance? Honestly, no, it's not, because I know when to turn the camera off. I keep my personal life really private, so I don't talk about it much on my YouTube channel because I just don't think there's a need to. Like with Eric and I, we've been together for so long, and I don't mention him that much on my channel because I know how to separate YouTube and real life. I'm not the type of person to flaunt my relationship to make it public because I believe a relationship is between 2 people, and I would rather keep it that way. So yeah, as you guys know, I don't really show Eric that much in my videos, and I think that's okay. He's not comfortable on camera, and I don't want to make him feel uncomfortable. Every time we go out, I have to film everything. So whenever I film and when he's around with me, I just film really quickly and I put my camera away so I can enjoy my time in real life with him. I don't think it's ever been an issue for us because I just know when to turn the camera off. Even with friends as well, I film really quickly and then I put my camera away so I can enjoy time in real life with my friends. What do you do with all clothes and products you show on your videos but you end up not using? As you guys know, I receive a lot of PR. Like every week I get boxes and boxes of makeup and clothes. What I usually do is I pick out the stuff that I want to keep, and the rest I put in a big box. And usually what happens is when friends come over, I let them pick out stuff that they want, and the leftovers I donate them all to charity. I just think it's better to give those products because they're actually good to people in need. How are you adjusting to living in Sydney? I think I fully adjusted. Honestly though, there isn't that much to adjust to because it's still Australia. Like, I'm used to living in Australia. It's just a bigger city. The thing that was hardest to adjust to was paying rent because I paid rent in Japan, and honestly guys, what I paid in 1 month in Japan, I pay in 1 week in Australia. It's just so depressing how expensive it is to live in Sydney. Like, it doesn't matter where you live, everywhere is expensive. So I guess that was the hardest to adjust to, but everything else, like, it's been easy. Oh, not having a car was something I also had to adjust to. So I drive everywhere in Perth because you need a car there. In Sydney, I feel like you don't really need a car. The good thing is that public transport is a lot better in Sydney. And that is all of the questions I have for you guys today. So yeah, now that I'm back in Sydney, I am going to do all of my errands and edit all my videos, get everything done before I go to Japan again in a few days time. I actually have to go to a meeting now, and I am also going to be meeting my assistant and introducing you guys for the very first time, so that will be the next vlog. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys want to participate in future Q&As, make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram, and I will post the questions on there on my story when I'm ready to do the next one. So yeah, thanks guys. Love you all. Bye.